Good morning, everybody. Being a medicine man, from time to time, you get a lot of people, especially in today's day, come forward and ask about herbs. I'm just going to set my phone back a little bit here. They ask about herbs for whatever situation that they are going through. For example, sometimes they ask about herbs that will help a person to sleep. Because in our fast-paced world today, we have a great deal of activities. We have a great deal of work. We really move around very quickly compared to, like, say, even when I was a child. I was raised on the land on a farm, actually, and we tried farming and it worked a little bit, but it was sort of a blend. We were on a farm. We did every different activity you could for trying to make ends meet. We bought and sold. We had livestock. We grew tobacco. We had a great deal of different things going on at any given time. And all my uncles and relatives and everybody, we were all involved in these sorts of things together. So one of the things that I noticed, though, was at the end of the day, if people were finally stopped working, and it usually only happened maybe once a week, twice a week sometimes, where people were done the day's work, the week's work, and they would all gather together, of course, at my grandparents, and they lived on the other side of the fields. And we would have a bonfire, and we would, have our singing and dancing, and we would talk with each other and spread the local gossip and all of that sort of thing. And basically just relax and be with each other. This had an amazing rejuvenating effect because the next day, everybody had slept well. They were all at peace. The next day, a lot of their tension was gone. All of this because of the old ways. A lot of people slept outside or in tents, campers, some in the house, of course, and some in their cars. It was the way it was. It was just a peaceful time of gathering together. Interestingly enough, though, today everybody works so much and runs so fast, and when they get done with their running around for the day, they jump onto social media, they get onto their phones, their computers, their laptops, and their tablets, and they just play games or gossip with people online. And they do this, as they say, to help relax their mind and their brain so that they can fall asleep at night. And in reality, they lay there for many hours and they can't fall asleep. And then they have to get up in the morning to go to work. They're tired, they're exhausted. No tension has gone out of their body. They wake up feeling tense. They get sick easily. They get colds. They get flus. They get fevers. They end up with cancer and all sorts of terrible ailments. And so they come for healing. They want to know what to do. A lot of these things are self-induced. We cause a lot of these problems with ourselves. So I am going to suggest something. Give it a try. If you like it, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, go back to the torment you always cause yourself. No drug or herb is going to work if we are pushing ourselves and creating an environment for ourselves to actually counter that herb. For example, we can give you a little bit of a nice like say we can use a nice tea. We can make a little bit of chicory, and it will calm you down and let you sleep. And but there's a problem. It will invigorate you as well, and you will want to get up in the morning. But if you run yourself into the ground every day, it will only work so long before it stops working. What would help is if you would follow the old ways a little bit. It would be nice if you could, get outside in the evening, sit around a fire, wait for the sun to go down, and watch the fire, watch the stars, watch the sunset. The colors in the sunset will actually be healing for your soul, healing for your heart. And watch them, sit there quietly and watch. Don't be talking and moving around, but be quiet and watch. Keep your mind quiet and watch. Watch the fire. Watch the fire. Watch it, little snaps and crackles and everything, and enjoy sitting peacefully. Try to enjoy it. One of the things you can do is, in today's world, a lot of us live in towns, cities, and things like that where we cannot watch a fire. So my suggestion is to turn out the lights early. About an hour before bed, turn off your lights. Get off your tablets, get off your computers, get off your phones. Don't lay there and watch your phone. Just the act of laying there watching your phone, the light blinking into your eyes, will make your mind think it is still daytime and that it is not time for sleep. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. If you get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom or something, don't turn on the light. If you turn on the light, the bright lights, it make your brain think it's either still day or it's morning or something, and then you won't sleep well. Even if you're tired, you won't sleep well because your brain is, anxious. It wants to get started on whatever it is supposed to do for the day. So don't turn on the lights. If you have to, use a night light, the little tiny yellow lights that you plug into the wall. Use something like that. Use a yellow type of a light. Don't use the daylight colors, the white, the blue lights. Stay away from those. Use the yellow light. It kind of mimics the softer color of the fire, and make sure it's not too bright. Plug a couple in down the hallway or something if you have to. Maybe one in the restroom so you can use it. But the yellow or red type of a light is the better type of a light to use. If you have to, it's better if you never turn on a light in the middle of the night. I would say open the curtains to the window to the east. Let the sunshine come in when the sun rises. It allows your brain to start getting ready to wake you up peacefully and slowly to allow you to get started on the day. And this type of behavior will reset you, will make it so that you can sleep at night and wake up refreshed in the daytime, and you don't have the same anxieties. You'll get rid of a lot of the colds and coughs and flus and everything else. You will get rid of the stomach ailments just by resetting yourself every night. So if you get up in the night, don't turn on the lights. Don't use a white flashlight or something like that. Instead, use the red LED setting or use the yellow light, very faint yellow night lights or something like that. And this will help us so that you can actually fall back asleep. And also when you are walking around the house, you won't be waking anybody else up and ruining their night's rest as well. Remember, you know, in there is another way you can do it. Every once in a while, like maybe once a year or something like that, fast from a night's sleep. You know, you get up in the morning. Okay, so my phone died, and I'm going to try to see if I can continue on another recording here and see if I can splice these two videos together and see what happens. It's my first time. So let's see. We were talking about another way. I was going to mention that there is another way to help people with their sleep patterns, to help to fall asleep. One of these ways is to actually fast from a night's sleep. Now, you only really need to do this like maybe once a year or something like that. I certainly do not suggest people do this very often, and certainly not when you have to go to work or there's something important or anything else like that. And as always, this is just a traditional method. It is for educational purposes only, stuff like that is what we use. I am not suggesting anyone do anything dangerous. So that being said, what I like to do once in a while is fast from a night's sleep. So I would get up in the morning, do my regular routine, go to work, whatever it is. And then when nighttime comes, I find projects for myself to do. And I stay up all night and certainly do not nap or sleep or close my eyes for a minute or anything else. You stay up all night, keeping yourself busy. And then the next morning, you go about your regular day again. And I go about my regular day and complete the day. And then, try when the evening comes, I will do something simple, like maybe start a little campfire or something like that, just to kind of calm the eyes, and then fall asleep early. And I sleep all night, and then my body sort of resets, and the next night after that, it seems to be ready to sleep at the appropriate time. This works great because you wake up in the morning refreshed, your body's back on schedule, and all of these things work very well. Now, these are just some ideas to help. If you really want to help yourself and you need to do a little better, you want to get a little better health and stuff like that, you have to take control of your own life. And when you take control of your own life, things fall into place. It takes a little bit of practice, takes a little bit of time, but it does work. So until next time.